What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of the Casting Hour. I am one of your co-hosts, Justin Dalton, and this
Nathan Denario.
Welcome back once again. It's been about 2 weeks.
A long time.
Been a long time. We've dropped some solo videos. Go back and look at those. He may throw an annotation in there to our previous videos, where I talked about the review in comparison of the Xbox One to the 360 controller. And what was your solo video?
Basically just a recap over Paul Walker, sports-wise and things like that. Basically just a recap on the topics that we talked about before in our other big video.
Right. And you dropped the bomb at the end of that video.
Yes, surprise for you guys. And like I said, we can make that happen.
Right. And me and him, we talked about maybe setting a subscriber goal. And then we'll start talking about doing the giveaways.
Yeah.
Like, making to 1,000 or however much we want to, hope to obtain. And then we can start doing stuff like that. And then, of course, getting the money to do it.
Yeah.
By then, maybe we'll start setting up ads and stuff and, start generating revenue from this. But, yeah, as of right now, we're still up and going. We've both gotten good responses from our friends and peers about these videos. And, we hope to keep doing these.
It's going to keep on coming.
So, we got a really big show for you guys this week. We don't know how long this one's going to go. This could be our longest video we've ever had.
So bear with us.
Bear with us, please. I've run some analytics on these videos, and, it's getting longer. The viewing time is getting longer, so I'm generally happy with that. I believe my solo video is the most viewed. I experimented with the tagging system that YouTube has. So
I think I need to do that next time.
So I think I got the most, like 35. I haven't checked it most recently, but last I looked, I had like 35, and it's our most viewed. Mm-hmm. So since I do the description and titles, I'll do that for the bigger shows now. So So we'll start hopefully getting more people in.
Yeah.
And one day obtain that goal of doing the giveaways for you guys. For our loyal fans of our 7 subscribers.
Yeah.
So let's kick this off.
All right.
We decided on the last time that we did this that we wanted to do something for y'all to get to know us. As we get bigger, we'll start taking fan questions. But for now, me and you have the task of coming up with these random questions. Last week, we picked favorite video game series. So that went out pretty well. Now we're going to talk about what is our favorite movie or movie series, or we can do a list of what our favorite movies are.
Okay.
So let's start with you with this.
I think this can relate to our my favorite video game. What I said was God of War.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this movie could relate to it, which would be 300 Spartans.
Okay.
Like I said, the only reason
Never seen it.
You haven't seen it?
Mm-mm.
You need to go watch it.
I've heard really good things about that.
Yeah, there's number 2 coming out. And like I said, the reason why I like mythology and Greek mythology and things, just the history behind it. So that kind of interested me into, the movies and the games as well, too. Mm-hmm. So, just 300 Spartans to me. How about you?
For me, for the longest time, 21 was my favorite movie.
22.
22. Nah, 21, I mean, the movie about the MIT kids, and they're going to Vegas and counting cards.
Mm-hmm.
That for the longest time was my favorite movie. And then a few years ago, me and my friend Darren went to go see Inception in IMAX, and it just blew me away. Like, just the entire movie blew me away. I ended up seeing it like 3 times in theaters. I own it on Blu-ray, DVD, HD. The Blu-ray, the ultra violence, so I can watch it wherever I go. Love that movie. But I would think if you ask me series, it'd be Fast and Furious. Be for my series.
I love that
series, and it's continuing. I don't know how it's going to continue.
It's going to be.
But we'll say that conversation for a different day. But yeah. Those are about some of my favorite movies there. So let's roll into, I guess, segue into entertainment now.
Mm.
Me and you had basically a music-gasm last week. So for those of you who didn't know, one of our favorite rappers are Tyga and B.O.B. And Tyga dropped his mixtape last week.
Well done for.
And then B.O.B. Underground Luxury leaked a week early.
Mm-hmm.
And you got it, and you sent it to me.
Mm-hmm.
What's been your initial thoughts on both of those, I guess, in a way?
For Well Done For, I can say it's kind of a mixture of an old Tyga and a new Tyga as well. Better than Well Done 2.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. Even better than Well Done 3.
Yeah. Beats are always there. Like I'm loving the beats. Flow is still there. I think to me, Well Done 4 is out of all the Well Dones, I would pick Well Done 1 and Well Done 4 out of the 4 right now. And for B.O.B., people were saying, where's the old B.O.B.? You know, where's the one with the guitar? What happened to him? Because, you know, once they saw him hanging out with Future and 2 Chainz and, you know, going mainstream, what happened?
Right.
And things like that. Nothing happened. You know, he's just being musically diverse where he can work with a lot of rappers and things like that. My review on that album, most songs, you know, I would choose to, you know, listen to with you know, with the flow and, you know, how he's rapping, you know, with all of his songs and things like that. But I could just say that out of all the albums, you know, this could possibly be one of his, let's say, best albums, but it's up there. It's up there in the list. And I just want to say one of my songs, I told you one of my favorite songs already that I told you is Paper Route.
Paper Route, right.
You know, just because it just kind of sounded like, I don't know, with rock, I don't know, a type of way.
Okay, yeah,
just
I can
a
see
little
that.
bit.
Right.
And he was even saying that he was going to make a rock album.
And it's still coming. It's still in the plans, so it's coming.
So, I mean, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
So that might be like a little preview, you know,
I can see that.
of that. And the album has bumped up into my list of B.O.B.'s albums. And I think that, you know, keep on doing what he's doing. His music is still, you know, good quality. And out of the two, which one's better? Can't really compare.
Yeah.
Two different type of rapping styles and things like that. They're both great. You know.
I agree. For me, Tyga, like you said, he kind of went back to his roots with how he got started. You know, going back with like Coconut Juice, you know, and, you know, with No Introduction album, like he kind of went back to that, and with Well Done 1 and Black Thoughts 1. Kind of went back to how he used to rap, and that was the Tyga I liked. And, you know, we kind of got back to that. And you had actually asked me, like the day after it came out, which do I like better? Do I like Hotel California or do I like Well Done 4? They're two completely different, like, projects. I mean, obviously they're two different projects, but just the style, they're different projects in a way where when you do an album, you want to do music that you can put on the radio. And you want to be mainstream with it, where the mixtape is where your loyal fans get music. And that's where you put really the most of your time, which is odd because you don't get revenue from mixtapes. So,
yeah.
But I think I'm enjoying Well Done 4 more than I am Hotel California, where Hotel California you only had maybe 2, 3, or 4 songs, where Well Done 4, I'm sitting there, I don't skip really anything.
Yeah.
And then to B.O.B., for the longest time, I was the only one that I really knew that would jam B.O.B. And I like to took that, and then, you know, me and you started hanging out again, and, you know, just gave me another person that liked B.O.B.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. I mean, it's not his best work, but it's still good, and I like it. It's still jam worthy. Where I still think, you know, maybe Strange Clouds is probably still his best album. You know, mixtape wise, it's no genre for me. I mean, you probably maybe like some of his older mixtapes, but I've loved Strange Clouds and No Genre.
Yeah.
But for me, favorite song wise, I like Cranberry Moonwalk.
Yeah.
I like that. I kind of like, you know, he does it slow and then he goes into the heavy hitting bass. I like Paper Route. I like that song. You know, Still in This Bitch. You know, Ready, Headband. Throwback is still, you know, up there with probably the best single off the album that came out was Throwback.
Breezy
with Chris Brown, right?
Yep. So
yeah, if you had to put a gun to my head and ask me which one I want to jam the most, it probably might just be Tyga. Just for the club banger type songs, you know, the more, you know, fast paced, hard hitting songs.
Yeah.
For Tyga, but, you know, if you just want to chill, you know, vibe,
then
definitely B.O.B. But still listen to Daughtry. I ultimately made a playlist last week during finals to get me through finals week.
Yeah.
I put the Daughtry album, the Eminem album, Tyga Well Done 4, and B.O.B. Underground Luxury all on the playlist of the songs I like, and just let it float. And I didn't skip the whole week. I didn't skip any songs, anything. I just let it play through, dude. It was the best. And I did it for my ride back home and everything. So, yeah.
That's good. That's good. How about I don't know if you guys heard about it or anything like that, but Slaughterhouse doing the
Big Slaughterhouse supporters we are.
yep, doing a tour called the Glass House.
Going with this house theme that they got going. Hashtag House Gang. What they call it. They released a song.
It's called Party.
Party.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of fits their, the bad, not bad, spectrum bad, but the bad guys of rap, I guess, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
That they're toting this, this theme that they have going with Welcome to Our House was probably my favorite album last year.
Yeah.
It probably was my favorite album from 2012. That's right out there with with Careless World, not Careless World, but yeah, Careless World came out last year, didn't it? I think it came out last year.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, and Strange Clouds came out last year, so it's definitely right up there. Maybe it was my favorite album from last year, and I gave it, I showed it to you, and you were like just blown away at how this group of 5 guys came out and rapped and actually did it well, and it always helps when Eminem is your mentor, I guess, in a way. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I didn't even know they were working on music at the time. I thought they were all doing individual stuff and they're gonna come back.
Oh.
So I didn't even know they were doing music.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter.
Okay.
And then I went to Hot New Hip Hop, and they were saying, oh, Slaughterhouse, they dropped a new song, and I clicked it and it was blown away.
What do you think of the song?
The beat is always, no matter what song it is, they always
working with Shady Records,
Yeah.
you're gonna get an Eminem or a Dr. Dre beat almost guaranteed. But it was produced by Just Blaze and someone else, I can't remember the name, but Just Blaze has worked on a lot of Eminem music in the past, so you get that Eminem and Dre feel to it.
Yeah, the Eminem influence.
Yeah, definitely. I like the song. I want you to get it on your computer and throw it on my Galaxy for me.
You guys should go check that song out.
Yeah, definitely. Party.
Yeah.
By Slaughterhouse. So, for those who don't know, and I may mess this up, it's Joe Budden, Royce the 5'9",
Yep.
Joel Ortiz,
Yep.
and then you got... yeah, this is where it always gets me. Those are the 3 I know.
Okay.
And, and he's going to do some editing that, lists it, that tells me who it really is. Right now, I'm drawing a blank on the other 2 members. But, love Slaughterhouse, big supporter of them. We're going to buy tickets. We're going to the concert.
We're going to tell you how those guys are. We probably might have a video out,
do a quick video? Yeah. Showing
you guys how the experience was. All right.
So let's stray away from music. I know that's tough because right now we got a lot of music. Yeah. But you went to the movies last week.
Yes, I did.
What did you see?
The Hobbit: Desolation of Smaug.
I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. How you saw this before me, I don't know. But you saw this movie before me. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. My family owns the extended version Blu-ray copy twice over.
Extended? It's already extended.
I know. It's already 3 hours. It's already like 2 hours, 45 minutes. All 3 hours long, Blu-ray edition. Every year we watch it, and I still find something new every time I watch this movie.
Yeah.
Love it. How on earth did you see this movie before me?
I honestly don't know, but I love the trilogy too as well, and the first Hobbit. I just like the how they made the movie and things like that, just the story wise and stuff, and how I thought they made the second one was just mind blown. Don't want to say any spoilers and things like that, but I just want to say, somebody went off in that movie. I don't want to say who, which character, things like that, but when you guys do watch this video, look out for,
See, what I heard, or what I know, is that they put Legolas in.
Yeah.
And my dad, who has read The Hobbit multiple times, Legolas is not in the book.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously they're doing it to, draw people into the Lord of the Rings. So, that's interesting, I guess, in a way. Legolas was probably my favorite character from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So,
He went off in the movie, though.
Did he?
You'll see.
Right. Looking forward to see that, then. But, I guess continuing with movies, last week, Fast 6 came out.
Mm-hmm.
And they announced with the movie that portions of the revenue from the movies is going to go to Paul Walker's charity, the one that he was going to attend on his way when he crashed. that's what he's going to, and I thought that was really cool. And when I saw it, it was Steelbook, had the Blu-ray DVD, Ultraviolet. I told my mom, I was like, let's just go ahead and get it. It goes to a good cause and everything. So, and it's a good movie. I love that movie.
Very good movie. Very
love
good
that series.
Yeah.
Love that series. Yeah. Despicable Me 2 came out last week as well.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I want to watch that movie.
Did you see the first one?
Yeah, I seen the first one.
I've seen the first one as well. I just saw it recently, like over this last year. I liked that movie. There's no reason why me being 19 going on 20 shouldn't, want to go see a Despicable Me. That's a really good movie.
Movie's a movie, man. If it's good, it's good.
Yeah, my girlfriend at the time, Heather, she showed me that movie. And
Yeah.
Really good movie.
I just had a bunch of girls just saying, "Hey, watch this movie," and I was like, at first, kind of like making fun of it.
Well, yeah, because it's an animated movie. You're like, you want to be like, you want to be like a tough guy, I guess, in a way.
But when I watched it, I was like, oh, that's my shit.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see the second one probably before I go back to Burnham. That'd be good. Probably own it. I'd probably own those 2 movies. No reason not to. Funny movies. That it for movies? I think that's about it for movies.
Yeah, that's it for movies, except for the upcomings. Like, I seen the Man of Steel, but that's not new. That's old.
No, that just came out recently on DVD, but
yeah.
I haven't seen that yet. I don't know if I'm gonna see it or not.
Should go watch it.
All right. Coming up, the next movie I plan on seeing is The Wolf of Wall Street. Have you've heard of it?
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen any.
It's
trailer.
A Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese movie.
Mm-hmm.
They did for those of you who follow movies. They did The Departed together. They've done quite a few movies together. I want to say they did Shutter Island together. Unless that was Nolan. It was either Scorsese or Nolan who did Shutter Island.
It's either one of them.
Right.
Yeah.
But they've done a lot of duos before, and this one looks really good. It's coming out Christmas Day. What he is he's a stockholder, or stockbroker, sorry, and he makes his money on selling penny stocks, penny bonds, and what those are is like just junk, and he makes money off of selling them to people, and that's how he just made money, and ultimately goes down bad with the FBI. And
sounds like a good story.
Yeah, looks really good. Has Jonah Hill in it. There was another one in it. Maybe Woody Harrelson was in it. I think so. Has another good actor in it that I can't remember who it was, but looks really good. Looks funny in some parts. People are saying it's the best movie Scorsese's almost done in his career. So really, that's a really big honor for Martin Scorsese. So
should go check that out.
Definitely gonna check that one out.
Yeah.
But what do you got for upcoming movies?
Other than that, I don't know what it's called, but that Navy SEALs movie. It's a
right.
I saw that preview.
Blood Brothers or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And I went to go watch it. I went to go. When I went to go see The Hobbit, showed a preview of it. And
I've heard things about that. Like I've heard things about the story. So I don't want to spoil it for anyone who doesn't know the story of it.
Me neither. Other than that, right now, it's really the only upcoming movies.
I mean, if you want to know more about it, I have another video in the works that's going to be coming up very soon. That talks about some movies that are coming up very soon. So
check that out. Then
I want a lot of feedback on that video, as we say at the end of it. There's a big surprise in that video at the very, very beginning. Big surprise for something that we were kind of on edge. Me and you were on edge about this, but ended up working out. I do believe ended up working pretty well. So see that coming up very soon.
Yep.
TV. This is a big time for TV with the fall finales going on.
Yep.
What's your big TV show that you like to watch here?
Walking Dead.
Yeah. How did that go? Without spoiling it, how did that go, in your opinion?
See, it's kind of hard to explain because I don't want to spoil it.
Right, I understand. Was it surprising what they did?
Somewhat yes, but then somewhat kind of.
Did it make you go like WTF at the end?
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. I understand that. So my show is I have 2 shows, like I've said before, Blacklist and Shield. Can't talk about Shield because I didn't see last week's episode yet. Plan on probably watching that tomorrow. But I saw the Blacklist.
How was that?
It was really good. They did a 2-part ender, so they did back-to-back weeks of the fall finale. The first week was kind of like setting it up. You could tell it was a setup, and it wasn't. It didn't get much accomplished. But that second episode was like, wow. I wanted to watch more.
I need to go check that Blacklist out.
Yeah, it's on NBC.com.
Okay.
You can watch it all. They're all
They're
on.
on Netflix? Or no?
But you can stream it all on NBC for free.
Yeah.
And I do believe you had ad blocker. It doesn't give you commercials. So
Okay.
yeah, I liked it.
All right.
I like that series. And it just got renewed for a second season. A full 22 episode second season.
Wow.
So looking forward to more of the Blacklist.
We'll go check that out.
All right.
All right.
That about wraps up for entertainment section of the week.
And now we're going to sports.
Sports. We just both. All right. For those of you who don't know, it is December 19th,
Mm-hmm.
and he's wearing the shirt. Why are you wearing the shirt?
I didn't even. I just picked out a shirt and it was.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
No, really, it was. I was folding and I picked up a shirt. And I
All right. Well, for those of you who don't know, the Heat and the Pacers played tonight. A week ago, they played in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana won. This week, we played in Miami,
Mm-hmm.
and Miami won.
That
was a good game.
That game was.
It had you worried.
Yeah.
And you are not one to get worried when it comes to the Heat.
It got
And
me
you were
worried
sweating
around
bullets.
the third quarter.
And you were sweating bullets. You honestly thought the Pacers had them done. Like, buried.
And here comes LeBron again.
LeBron
the rescue.
does this little flip a switch thing, and it's whatever. He almost got in a fight with his own teammate.
Yeah, but as long
With my favorite player on the Heat. He almost wanted to get in a fight with him.
as he apologized, man.
Yeah, he said my bad, Rio.
Yeah.
Okay. But it was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
It really was. I'm okay with losing to a good team in a good game.
It was Bo's.
I have an issue when the Pacers go in and they get beat by the Bobcats. That's when I got an issue.
Then you should be worried.
That's when I have an issue. I mean, even for you. I mean,
Yeah,
you guys. Even you.
Any
guys,
team that loses.
Yeah, when you sleepwalk through a game, and that's when I'm mad at my teams. But
Yeah.
yeah.
That Pacers did they fought hard and in the third quarter I was just like, they really doing it again. Holy crap. I was like, what's happening? And then like you said,
The good thing is we have 2 more games of this.
one
then-
in March.
One in March and then one towards the end of the season, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Don't quote us on that. That's about what I think it is. So, but I'm looking forward to those matchups.
Yeah.
And it's almost seeming like it's a lock for these 2 teams to play in the playoffs. It just seems like, because of how the East is right now, that it's just
them.
it's just that it's going to be 1-2. Detroit's the only other team that has an above 500 record, and they're only like 17-8 or 17-16 or something like that. Just some whack record where the only other teams, the Heat and the Pacers, only have like under 5 losses or something like that. I'm just like,
what's happening in the East?
what is this shit?
Yeah.
But
And then you got the West that has like.
every team's above 500.
Yeah.
Even the Pelicans. I'm like,
And the Blazers are like
I'm
number
like-
3 or number 2. Like, what the heck? Makes no
what is
sense.
this crap? So I mean, it's all through a mess, And I still stand by my prediction that whoever comes out, the Heat and the Pacers will win the championship.
Yeah.
Just because they both have the teams to do it, and they're both too fast for the West.
And we'll
The
see.
West don't play fast enough.
Nope. Spurs is old. And
Rockets don't have anyone really to
Rockets-
compete with.
And they're brand new. And Golden State still brand new.
We've discussed this before.
Yeah.
The youth isn't experienced enough. So
it's either between our
Granger's
predictions
coming back.
between us
Granger's coming back
on Friday.
Friday. I'm probably gonna watch that game.
They're playing against the
Rockets. So yeah, it'd be interesting to watch. And it's in Indiana. So of course we couldn't go buy tickets if we wanted to, unless you want to fly me to Indiana. But yeah, we'll watch that game, or I'll watch it, or whatever. However we want to do this, I'll be watching for Granger.
All right. We're gonna jump to.
What do you want to do first? Let's do the World Cup first.
All right.
This is about a week and a half old news.
Mhm.
The U.S., obviously the World Cup. I'm not a huge soccer fan,
Mhm.
but I'll watch it every once in a while. I'll support the U.S. I have my
Same
team.
here.
I have my team in Europe that I cheer for. I cheer for Chelsea. Go Blues. I like them. My European team, I got a jersey for them. My parents brought it back for me from London. But yeah, I'll watch the U.S. when the World Cup comes around. So when the World Cup does come up, I like to look into who we're gonna play.
Mhm.
And we drew probably one of the toughest pools to get pulled into, man. We got pitted against like Germany, Portugal, some of these like heavily they breed soccer. into these
Yeah, I
players.
agree.
And it's gonna be tough, but I've said it, like, I think the U.S. can do it. Like, finally just make a splash finally in the World Cup, and we get put in this tough division. I'm like, man.
Those teams over there are...
They're bred
They're like
for
us with basketball.
Basketball and football, yeah.
Football, yeah.
That's just how it is for us, but then, we're not bred for soccer. It's never been that way for us in soccer. But we finally got a team. Like, I've watched a few of the qualifying games,
Mm-hmm.
and we played really good. But, man, Germany? We're talking about Bayern Munich teams going on in here. A team that's won the Champions League multiple times, won the German Cup. These people live and breathe soccer.
Soccer, yep, I agree.
And we gotta go over, and we gotta go to Brazil, and I want us to win, dude. And I think I'll make this prediction now. December 19th, 2013.
Mm-hmm.
If we make it out of the pool, and we make it into the tournament, the round robin tournament, I think we can win the World Cup.
Mm.
But we have to prove to ourselves that we can make it out of the pool. If we make it out of the pool, we win this World Cup.
When's the last time the U.S.
The U.S. men's team has never won the World Cup that I know of.
Yeah.
That I know of. We've been close, but I don't think we've ever won.
Because I've always heard, like, those, like you said, like Brazil and just those top.
Yeah. The women's team has won multiple times. Last time the Women's World Cup went on, we played Japan after that big hurricane or the tsunami hit Japan. And the Japanese women won, but it was a really good game. Went down to penalty kicks, so it was a really good game. Shout out to Alex Morgan, following Chris Wednesday there. But yeah, I'll support the U.S. in anything. I support the U.S. basketball team, U.S. soccer team.
Anything.
Hell, if we had a U.S. ping pong team, I'd support
just
them too.
anything.
Yeah. So yeah, I said it here right now. If we make it out of pool play, we win the World Cup. Just because it's such a hard pool that we're in. And if it was any other pool, I think we make it out perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in a tough pool this time. They're actually calling it the death pool, just because it's such a difficult.
That is a death pool.
Yeah. So I'm saying it right now. If we make it out of pool play, we got this. We got the World Cup.
I agree with you.
And I hope it happens, because I'm gonna buy some U.S. championship gear.
Because I'm not even, I don't watch soccer like that too, but, when I do, it's either, like the World Cup, and things like that.
The Olympics and everything.
Olympics and stuff. And, those teams that I see, they're crazy.
They're going to return as heroes if they win this.
Yeah, they win this, yeah.
If they win this, they return as heroes. Because it's tough as hell to win in soccer for the U.S.
Yes, sir.
But I'll be proud of the guys if they make it up.
Yeah.
If they do well, I'll be proud. I'm proud of these guys for making it to Brazil, number one, because we're tough over here in this CONCACAF, this little league that we have with Mexico and Central America and everyone. It's tough that we play in. So I'm proud of the guys already. So, yeah.
See how it goes.
Yeah. Our next topic is a tough one for me. My Texans. We're now at a 12-game losing streak. And not only that, we fired our coach and our special teams coach.
Every time I hear the Texans from anybody, they're just like, who? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, it's tough right now. I've never been a fan of mid-season or season firings, like firing your coach in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Just because it kills what little momentum you do have, it's gone. And you saw it this last game when we played against the Colts. This team was just defeated. There was nothing working, nothing clicked. Just flat out, just done. This team quit. And now we got news today that Ben Tate's going on IR and Matt Schaub is going to be the quarterback for this next 2 weeks because it looks like Case Keenum can't play.
Yeah. So is this a bad road for the Texans?
Yeah. But I'm optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
We got a bright future because it looks like we're going to have the number one pick in the draft. And we still have a very solid defense. If we can just repair the offense, I think we can make a very quick comeback at this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm optimistic about the Texans.
See how it goes, Texans.
Yeah, I got hope with my Pacers. That's my good thing right now. Is I got my Pacers.
That's your hope.
That's my thing right now.
That's your hope.
That's my thing.
That's not even gonna go with that, but that's just a scary. Just later on in the playoffs, man. That's just gonna be something to watch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I missed it before.
Yeah,
remember, you told me.
You were in the You were over in boot camp, so
now I get to watch it.
you get to watch it this time. So yeah, you missed it last time. You're not gonna miss it this time. There's just no. We're going to sports bars for every freaking game that we go to.
We're gonna be the loudest ones there.
Hell yeah, man! I can't wait to see that because
you saw how excited I was.
You saw how nerve wracking I got at the end of the
Yeah.
game. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be fun come playoff time.
Yeah.
And those two teams are playing. So like I'm not even gonna watch it the first half of the playoffs. I'm just gonna wait till the Pacers and Heat play.
They were even saying commentators are like, can they play like 10 times?
Basically every game, yeah,
game or something?
Because it's just they play so hard because they know what's at stake with this game. Because they know that they're gonna be 1-2, so they're fighting for a home field or home court. Sorry, not home field, but home court. So yeah, they know what's at stake.
We jumped to after that the Bulls and the Rockets game came up. That was a whole.
It went from the intensity up here to just drop it.
Yeah.
And it just it didn't feel like the crowd was in it. They kept showing shots to the crowd, and it just wasn't anyone in the stands. I'm like, what is this? Are we even watching? What are we watching? Like, we go from the Heat fans jumping up and down, yelling, and being so excited for their team, making threes. Like I came in like you were all excited. I'm like, what happened? Rashad Lewis hit a three. I'm like, dude, it's just a 3-pointer. And then it clicked to me. He's like, wait, it's Rashad Lewis. I was like, okay,
that's like botching that three.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. And then the Rockets just didn't have anything. Like that's just like, come on.
They're a good team too.
Yeah.
Regardless
if you're playing the Pelicans or if you're playing the Heat, you should sell out your arena and the crowd should be behind you. It helps.
It does help a lot.
It's just mind blowing to me that the Houston Rockets can't sell out their arena. I'm like, really? And it's still the Bulls. The Bulls are still, decent,
good,
even without D Rose, they're still a decent team.
You think it would be different if D Rose was there? You think
it is Wednesday night in Houston, Texas, so people may not want to go to a Rockets game. I don't know.
But it's Wednesday night for the Heat too. But
it is.
But that two different. That's
not
like a playoff.
Yeah. Every game in that arena in Miami feels like a playoff game.
That's true.
So I don't know. That's why I don't cheer for any West teams. Because they got lame fans.
Golden State, they have a good crowd. OKC.
I would go to an OKC game.
Reminds me of college.
Yeah. Because they all wear the same color and everything. Yeah. I would go to an OKC game. They would have to be playing the Pacers. Because I'm not going to watch Kevin Durant.
Only yellow there.
Yes, I would. You better believe it. But, yeah.
We'll see how that goes. And
I like how we're not talking about depressing stuff in basketball this time.
Yeah, before we were talking about
everyone was getting hurt. I put this on the topic sheet this time, and this is the last time we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about the Kobe comeback. You've watched the games. I didn't have time to sit back and watch any highlights. Take off with it. What do you got for me?
All right. Vino, Black Mamba, Kobe, whatever you want to call him. His first game coming back. I don't even know how to start this. He was a different Kobe,
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he had to change his game plan, before he was a shooter, and things like that. And now, he was more of a. I don't want to make Los Angeles, Lakers, fans mad or anything like that. But, he out of all of his whole career, or just in general, he passes a lot more, a lot more. He's an assist maker, He's playing the point guard position, and it just seems like, he's actually making more plays for other people than himself. I guess that's good in some type of way, but we're so used to seeing the, vintage Kobe just shooting, doing his work, and things like that.
Do you think it'll come back once he gets more comfortable?
In the second game, he tried to do it, tried to do his vintage Kobe, he was hitting some jump shots and things like that. And, I think it will come back, but he'll also add that, making plays for others and things like that. He's reaching to that age.
Right, he's getting older, so he's going to have to start relying on more people to help him out.
But as of right now, he's doing good and showing it on the court, doing good with his legs. Still a little bit slow.
But that'll come back.
But it'll come back, and things like that. He just needs to take it down.
It's hard to practice for game speed. Once he, it's been about a week and a half since he's come back, so he'll be fine.
take it day by day,
Yeah.
and see how it goes. But
It's
overall,
my same issue with Granger when Granger comes back. Granger's been out for a long, long time. So it's going to take him a while to get back into game speed,
Yeah.
which is why they're putting him on the bench to start with and working him back into the rotation.
and this is one of the funniest things that I heard from Kobe, and he was saying that, out of all the times of me getting injured, not, where he broke it, his fingers and things like that, the only time that he has been out of the court for this long was when he was in the womb of his mother. That's what he was.
Wow.
That's what he said.
Okay.
He said that it just wasn't, it just felt weird,
Yeah.
for not being, especially Kobe. It's
Yeah.
Kobe. So over the time goes and things like that, he's gonna be back. Yeah, just the way he is right now is just he's playing good.
Right. Okay. I mean,
So just keep an eye on Kobe, and things like that.
you drafted him on our fantasy league.
Yeah, and I don't know what's happening with that.
We
But
both flopped on that one,
Yeah.
didn't we?
but
I guess that's what happens when we rely on our players too much, our teams too much. We didn't spread out the wealth too well.
I chose. You're like.
I was sitting there like halfway through the draft, and I'm like, where are all the Heat players?
Who's this guy chicken?
I'm like,
Norris Cole.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, wait a minute, I should be seeing some Heat players by now.
Yeah.
I'm like, where'd they all go? I'm like, you know what? Let me
nigga.
check Nathan's team real fast. This guy's got like 6 Heat players on his team. I'm like, this nigga, what is he doing? And then I look at my team, and I end up having like 3 or 4 Pacers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I guess I'm guilty of it too.
Yeah.
So we're both like flopped out of this league. We have like no chance
And
of
I got a
coming back.
random Kobe.
Yeah, I got
So-
like nothing going on. I got all my players playing on one night, and the other dude's got like players playing every night. So he's just everyone's just beating me every time. So
The last time I checked it was.
last time I checked, I was like 2.5, 3 games back.
I don't even remember, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we both flopped out of that one bad. So, oh well.
Oh well.
So moving on to this last topic in sports, it's one that I was really happy about. Everyone knows I'm a diehard Aggie till the day I die.
Mm-hmm.
And UT coach Mac Brown retired, and I can't tell you how happy I was to hear this.
You're like,
I'm like, for the years that this man has brought so much to A&M, like so much hatred towards A&M for me, dude. I'm like, he is the reason why A&M didn't perform for the longest time, because he would just pull recruits like nothing, and not to knock the man, he knew how to do this really well, but A&M just couldn't do it. Like no matter who we got, they just couldn't put the performance out there to go against Texas, and he's gone.
this guy's excited.
He's gone, and I'm like, yeah, I'm happy. Because A&M has a coach. We just signed him for another 6 years. Like he gets like $5 million every year just for coaching.
Wow.
For the next 6 years. So things are bright for A&M.
Yeah.
I hope Johnny doesn't go, but it looks like Johnny's going to declare for the draft. So I wish the best for Johnny. I'm going to support Johnny when he goes to NFL.
See how he does in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I like Johnny. Johnny F in football. I love Johnny. But you got anything else from me in sports?
Other than that, no, not really.
We'll give an NBA report on a couple episodes down the road. Before I head back, we'll give an NBA report back.
Yeah.
That way we don't sit here and talk about championship contenders every time.
So-
We'll do that next time for you guys.
Yeah.
So let's talk about our biggest topic. We're moving into video games now.
Mm-hmm.
This is huge. From not last Saturday, but the Saturday before was the pinnacle of the year for gaming.
Mm-hmm.
The formerly known as the VGA Awards is now the VGX. This show, and pardon my French on this, was utterly shit. This show sucked. From previous years, they had it in big theaters, Big theaters out in like California or wherever.
What happened now?
It's just in some loft in LA, and it's just like they're in a room. There's no audience, no studio audience, nothing.
Are you serious?
Nothing.
So it's not. It doesn't even look like an award.
No, it doesn't. And honestly, this is how it went. This is your Game of the Year nominees. Grand Theft Auto, Last of Us, Bioshock Infinite, Super Mario World 3D, and Tomb Raider. They show clips. They walk out, they walk back, and the winner is Grand Theft Auto 5. Now let's talk about a different game.
Why did they hit
No,
that?
there's no studio people coming out to accept an award. There's no trophy. There's no acceptance speech. There's no one clapping.
It's not
It's
even.
just-
It
it's just-
doesn't even feel like an award.
It doesn't even feel like an award show.
So why did they head towards that direction?
I don't know.
They
They in the past they've always wanted, it was a big game announcement. It was almost like the winter E3 with
Mhm.
big game announcements. Trailers came out, and they were like, okay, let's try to do a little bit more of that, but still do the awards. And it just didn't. And they got this guy named Joel McHale. This dude just sat here and just made corny like internet jokes about gamers, and it's just that's not how we are. He's like, there's sunlight, guys. Go out and see the sunlight every once in a while. It's like
there's gamers that
like me and you that we know when to put the controller down and go do other stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, this dude doesn't really understand who he's really talking to. So it's just I didn't like it overall. But what I did like and what we're gonna talk about is what came out of that, trailers and announcements.
Mm-hmm.
But this show, I mean, they need to scrap what they did this year and go back to what worked. Because as much slack as it took for the previous years from just not really being centric around the awards, but it still felt like an award show. People were coming out, they were getting a trophy, they were giving a speech, thanking the people who bought the game, all this. People were coming out. There was celebrities who came out to these shows, and it almost became this big thing.
So it was like basically like the Video Music Awards and things like
Yeah,
that.
basically, yeah. And they lost it. There was no celebrities here.
Come on, they should at least have that. I mean, they got a freaking porn fucking award ceremony. They might as well, they should at least have the time and effort
To put something together, and it honestly felt like it was a last minute thing.
They just say, hey, we're gonna do this.
We're gonna do this real fast, and we're gonna put it together. It just didn't feel right. It really didn't. I didn't enjoy the show at all.
I'm glad I didn't even watch it.
It was a 3-hour live stream with no commercials, and you couldn't watch it on TV. You had to stream it on your internet. I ended up streaming it on my Xbox One.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I just wasted 3 hours of my life.
Did you hear any reviews or anything, comments about
the show?
How about how they went?
I've heard nothing but negative stuff. No positives came out of the show except for the announcements.
Yeah.
And we'll cover the announcements here in a second. But there was nothing positive came out of this, out of the show in a whole.
It just seemed like
they went from being basically down the middle of doing the awards and the announcements to being nothing about the game, just the announcements. And they don't even call it an award show. That's how it was. It was just like a press conference.
Like, cut to the chase. This is who we won. Bam, bam. All right,
right. They could have just been at the beginning. Say, okay, here's your game of the year. Here's your action adventure. Here's your best shooter, best character. Now here's 2.5 hours of gaming announcements and trailers. That's how it was, basically.
I'm glad I didn't watch it.
I'm almost wishing I didn't watch it and just watch the trailers the next day.
Because when you told me you were gonna watch it, I was seeing like, oh, it's gonna be like when you watch the music awards.
Right, you expect a big theater. Like last year, they had Samuel L. Jackson hosted last year, and we all know about Samuel L. Jackson. Dropping MF bombs all the time, and it was like in this big theater, big stage. There's people. Lots of people.
They're all dressed up.
And they're all dressed up. We have video game studios. We had Telltale Games coming. We had Ubisoft there. We had, everybody was there. Because this is it. This is the big night for gaming. This is when video games it gets put up on a stage. And the whole world gets to watch it. It's not just about us. It's about the whole world getting to see it now.
Mm.
And they blew it. Like, what little bit of, moral standing we get as gamers nowadays. I mean, it's getting better to be able to say that we play video games.
Mm-hmm.
What little bit we had, they just flushed it down the toilet. Because it just
gone. Shows,
I mean, this is arguably the biggest year for gaming.
Mm-hmm.
With these 2 new consoles launching, some of the best games that's ever come out this year. And this Video Game Awards show just blew everything for us.
I'm surprised if they do that for that, I'm surprised they didn't do that with this is the PS4, alright,
Yeah, and I just don't understand how they can do that to it. Because the dude that hosted, Jeff Keighley, loves this thing, loves the video game industry,
Mm-hmm.
everything, you know. And this is something I want to do for my profession. And just for someone just to come out and just basically just bash video gaming with this Joe McHale guy, basically came out and just joked up and down about this stuff and didn't even sound like he knew a thing about video games. And it was just utterly crap, dude. Like, I don't understand how you can sit there and you're making progress with the show and you just went back to like year one.
Basically, like here, and then now you
Gone, just gone. Like no one wants to watch it. And like my stream dropped out like 4 or 5 times. Like they didn't have enough things like to support how many people were watching this. Like as if you didn't know how many people were gonna watch this thing. I'm like, I watched it for the past like 3 or 4 years. I may not even watch it next year.
Yeah.
Like that's just how much it turned me off to it. And I'm big in gaming because I want to do it as my profession. I want to get into like the business side of gaming. I don't even want to like. It's hard to even like because it's even in my Twitter bio that says I'm an avid gamer and something else I say after avid gamer and something else, but avid sports fan and gamer I think is what it says on there. It almost makes you want to just take it out, like because it's not a pride thing anymore. It's almost like you don't want to admit to it anymore. Like that's how much this show like affected this image of gaming now. It almost made us look like 5-year-olds that don't know how to do anything, but play video games.
That's just a bad image,
Right.
and it shouldn't even be like that, you know. Let's just message to them is do better next year.
Scrap what you
up.
did this time. Put me back in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Bring back the studios. You can still do your game announcements because everyone loves the game announcements. We're about to talk about some of the biggest game announcements that came out of this. People still love that. But give me my awards ceremony. It's our big night. Give it to us. It's what we're tuning in for. We're tuning in for an awards show.
Just don't do something that shows like you just did it last minute. you
Yeah,
know.
that's how this felt. It
Yeah.
felt like it was thrown together last minute. But let's talk about something positive that came out of this. You know Telltale Studios, right?
Yeah.
Made The Walking Dead Season 1
Yeah.
last year. Won Game of the Year from the Video Game Awards show. They announced 2 big things. One of which we knew coming into it. IGN had broke this already, that they were working on it. They just hadn't confirmed it yet. I'll hit with it was the very first announcement that came out of it. Like, we're like 2 minutes into this, and here it is. It's Telltale's Tales from the Borderlands. Set in the Borderlands universe. You play Borderlands.
Yeah.
I love Borderlands. Borderlands is a fun game. And it's going to be in that style, that point and click. You know how they do the point and click with The Walking Dead?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be in that style, but in Borderlands.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
And then the second announcement is they're doing a Game of Thrones game in the same setting, almost.
All for the Game of Thrones fans.
Yes.
There you go.
And you know I'm a big Game of Thrones person. I just like jumped out of my seat in excitement when that came on because like it's the music and like the music came in first. Like I'm done. Like it can just be you can just cut the show off now. That's how happy I was. So yeah, I want to talk about these 2 because if anyone who's played The Walking Dead game, it's in that cartoon like cell shading like kind of style, almost like molded.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be it fits Borderlands because Borderlands that cartoony
type. You know.
but Game of Thrones is serious, not cartoony. So it's gonna be interesting. But I mean, it worked for Walking Dead.
Is it going to be like the Game of Thrones? Is it gonna look like a cartoony? Or is it gonna look
we don't know anything about it. It almost seemed like because the only thing they gave us when they announced it was just like a little teaser trailer that came out and like it showed like an eagle flying. It was almost like footage from an episode, and it just had text and everything, and it said coming 2014. There was no gameplay. Where Borderlands had footage from in-game in it, not really in-game footage, but just like the setting, and we saw the characters, so we know a little bit about the Borderlands game, but we don't know anything really
about the Game of Thrones
game.
Yeah.
So what seems like it's gonna happen is because right now they have The Wolf Among Us, and they just started Walking Dead Season 2. So I think those 2 are gonna wrap up, and we're gonna see the Borderlands game come about July, August, and then the Game of Thrones come in the fall. And they're gonna do this 2 on, 2 off.
I want to try that Game of Thrones though.
I
mean,
do
if
too.
I even I just want to see how it is.
Well, I want to try this Borderlands.
Yeah,
thing.
Borderlands.
That's what got me
as well.
really excited was Borderlands, and it just like blew me away that even considering doing that. So I'm just like, okay, let's see what they do with it. I mean,
Doesn't hurt, yeah,
of
to
course not.
do something new.
But what else we got? I need to check mine. Okay, let's talk about Game of the Year. This is something we talked about quite a bit now.
Yeah.
Since this award show has come, it's become a big thing now, the Game of the Year. So let's start by, what is your personal Game of the Year? You don't have to pick from the nominees. You can pick what is your Game of the Year for 2013. You may not even have to finish the game. Just your favorite Game of the Year.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just because I finished it. It's just out of the Tomb Raiders that I played, like from the PlayStation 1, jumping all the way from the Tomb Raider now, it's just, it was a very experiencing game, just adventuring and doing all these things. And I just felt like I was a part of the game, like literally, And I feel like it was out, it was a movie. Just like The Last of Us, just felt like it was a movie and things. And minus the boobs and, and all, playing as a girl,
right?
And things like that. It was just a very interactive with the audience and things like that. And I would like to see another Tomb Raider.
Well, speaking of Tomb Raider,
yeah,
they're doing this. What's it called? Almost like a port up.
Mm-hmm.
They're putting it on the next gen consoles, the Xbox One and PS4.
It already looked beautiful when I was playing it on the PS3.
And they're calling it the Definitive Edition, basically a Game of the Year edition.
So it's gonna be the same thing.
It's gonna be the same thing. They remolded certain aspects of her to make it look better on the next gen consoles. But all it is they put all the multiplayer DLCs on the disc, and like some of the skins that came out for her and everything. But all it is it's a better looking game. And it was a beautiful game already.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't own the game, but I'm going to buy this copy, this edition of it, just because I want to own. This is a good game, and like I rented it, so like I didn't get to like fully experience like all the side quest stuff. I didn't get to like fully upgrade Lara and everything, so I'm gonna get this Definitive Edition. It's probably gonna be my next purchase I make in gaming.
Okay. How about you?
My Game of the Year? And I played and beat this year of the Game of the Year nominees. I played and beat Grand Theft Auto 5.
Played that, yeah.
Tomb Raider. I finished and beat Tomb Raider.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't play Last of Us because I didn't have a PS3, but I watched the cinematic movie that some guy made on YouTube.
We played a couple of times here and there.
Yeah, I did come over to your place and we played it on your PS3. Mm-hmm. I liked it. I liked the mechanics of it. BioShock, I watched the end credit scene because I have a motion sickness problem with certain first-person games.
Yeah.
So I couldn't play BioShock, but I watched the last credit scene and I read the majority of the story online. So I understood why that was in there, and I didn't play Super Mario. I don't understand why they keep putting Nintendo games in the Game of the Year nominees, but it's up to them.
Super Mario.
Yeah, okay. And then my pick every year is obviously Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
And it's up there for me this year. It really is. I don't feel like Grand Theft Auto really lived up to the hype that it builds.
All the way from how many, like 5 years?
It was in production for 5 years. It was like $120 million to produce, like outrageous bill for this game, and it's already covered it. It's already in revenue. It's all in pure profit now. Don't get me wrong. It was a good game.
Better from 4.
Yes, definitely better from 4. I didn't see it. I didn't like. Obviously, it was a really beautiful game. It was a good story, but it just wasn't, what I wanted really from it. So I would say my Game of the Year is The Last of Us, just because I still think that that's the story that resonated heaviest with me this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like ultimately, that is what just straight. Like, it's still to this day, like, that story sticks in my head.
Yeah.
I'm just, mind blown to just have this story win. Even Tomb Raider's story was wow.
I might, since I have a copy, I might play it, beat it, and
you need to
see,
You need to. Just
see
that way me and you can talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game just utterly just blew me away. Straight, I'm done. I don't even care if I play another video game, dude. That's how good this game was. I didn't even play it. But yeah, Last of Us. Alright, give you an order. Last of Us, AC4, GTA 5, Tomb Raider. Those are my games of the year.
Are those in order, or are those just?
Yeah, that's probably the order.
I would kind of put GTA as last.
Yeah, I mean it's debatable. I mean
Yeah.
I enjoyed Tomb Raider probably more than I did than GTA, but with GTA I owned it, so I guess I
Yeah.
got to experience more with the game. So that's probably why. I mean I'll probably maybe readjust it when I
Yeah.
sit back and enjoy Tomb Raider a little bit more, but as it is right now, GTA is just a little bit higher because I mean I got to explore more.
Yeah.
So
That's good. I mean, if you play all the other GTA's, like 3, 4 was kind of.
it was darker.
If you played 4, that shit was like buggy, and I don't know what happened there, And 3, of course, the original and things like that. They could have done something a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, from all the Grand Theft Autos, yeah, different storyline, different characters, and different missions and things like that. But the directive of the game was the same thing. Really, nothing new. Looked better, of course. Of course, it's gonna look better.
I like the heist. I think the heist is still the high point of those games.
Yeah.
Because it was fun. I mean, you did the
Yeah.
planning, you built it up to it.
But after
the only reason why that game doesn't win Game of the Year for me is because they still, heavily impact is the online.
Online sucked.
And online just didn't do anything. Like it didn't work for the first 2 weeks. Like the servers crashed like every day. You couldn't connect. I'm just like, this is the biggest thing for you guys. Like that's what keeps people coming back to your game.
Just online.
Is the online, right? And it's like I still know people before GTA 5 came out was playing GTA 4 just for online. Because it's just like it's a big sandbox. You go do whatever you want. They don't tell you what you have to do. Just go have fun.
And in GTA 5, couldn't you make your own character?
Yeah, and it just totally flopped. That's why it's not my Game of the Year. But I understand why it got picked for Game of the Year.
Just from all the, from the time of being...
Right, I mean, it was a 5-year, it was anticipated, like, everyone knew it was coming, it's just when. And it finally got announced, and then it got pushed back, so people are now like, when is it coming? Can we get it? I want it. And it finally came, and it's just like, okay. And it just didn't hit me with it. I'm just like...
To me, it was another Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah, basically.
Except for just the little difference with the heist.
The heist and having the 3 characters to play with and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I understand why. Like I said, I understand why it got picked for Game of the Year. Doesn't mean I have to agree with it.
Yeah.
But I still think Last of Us. Just because it was a better story.
I'm going to beat it, see how it goes.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I wish I could play it. I'm envy. So, we'll talk on this one from this bit. Action Adventure Game of the Year. It's a big one for me. It's usually where Assassin's Creed lands in. It won Action Adventure Game of the Year. You wanna know what's in that category?
What?
GTA 5.
Okay.
Last of Us. Tomb Raider. Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock Infinite. And Assassin's Creed 4. That's a tough category.
It is. Out of the category, for me, it'd either be between Last of Us, Assassin's Creed. I don't know about Grand Theft Auto. I mean, I really
see. Now me and you have differing on this now.
Yeah.
For me, I was like, what is an action adventure game?
Yeah.
An action adventure game is almost becoming the open world genre.
Yeah.
You want an open world game where you can go do whatever you want to do, and basically have the option to do the story if you want to or not, almost as an RPG.
Yeah.
And the only 2 that really, or 3, I guess, in a way that fit that bill was GTA, Assassin's Creed, and Tomb Raider. Because they were open world, you got to do whatever you wanted to do.
I don't know. For me, the action and adventure to me is actually I don't know, adventure to me is like going on like a voyage. I don't know, something like that.
Right, I understand that. You want, action, obviously, like action movies and stuff like that. So, like, continuous action. Adventure,
like how Assassin's Creed with the with the pirates and things like that, going to different worlds and
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
I was happy that it won. Obviously, we've talked about my obsession with this game.
Yeah.
This game series on previous videos. I was happy that they won.
So I guess it's just a different definition of everybody's type of adventure.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just really glad it won.
It's
the first time it's won since AC Brotherhood. I believe it's the first time it's won that category. So it went up against really tough competition. So they could legitimately sit back and say, "We deserve this one because of who they went up against." And they're up in Game of the Year nominations on multiple websites, and it's actually just beat Grand Theft Auto in one of them. Like there's one website that does like a tournament of they pit game against game, and it just beat out Grand Theft Auto like today.
Wow.
So it's moving on. I don't know who it's going up against next, but if it wins the Game of the Year nomination, that makes me really happy. So yeah, like I said, I love my Assassin's Creed. I'm actually probably gonna sit back and probably play it a little bit more now that I'm on Christmas break.
Yeah.
Get back and sit back and play it on my Xbox One.
I haven't touched it in a while.
Right.
You know, so I'm gonna try to, play it and as well as beat it as well too. I got a lot on my list, but we'll see how it goes.
So let's move into probably. I think it's the last thing we have for gaming. Titanfall.
Mm-hmm.
I showed you Titanfall.
Yes, you did.
You want to play Titanfall.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably anyone who owns an Xbox One or plans to own an Xbox One is their most anticipated game next year. And we got some big announcements that came out of this show for Titanfall. There's 2 new Titans that they announced.
Who?
One's called the Ogre.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, your heavy class. You played shooters before.
Yeah.
You have your heavy class. Like Borderlands, how you had Brick and you had the mage in Borderlands 2. I can't remember his name, but you had the heavy class that takes a lot of damage and deals a lot of damage,
yeah.
right? And that's what he is. But the coolest thing as they were showing it is he goes and he grabs the arm, pulls the arm off of the other Titan, and hits the Titan back with his own arm.
Damn, that sounds badass.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's basically he's like a warrior, like for MMORPGs, they have the tank,
right,
which is the one that takes everything.
Yeah, that's about what it is. Yeah, and it's just they show he's sitting there just getting pelted with bullets, and he's sitting there like big heavy machine guns. And then who I plan on playing with is the other thing they announced. It's called the Strider. It's the really fast, agile.
He sounds like how can I say, like elementalist or type of assassin or things like that. Yeah,
basically that's how I've compared it for my friends to see is he almost moves fluidly. Like they showed one where he's going up against just the normal Titan that everyone else has seen, going against it, and there was a building, and it went all the way around the building, and the other Titan hadn't even had enough time to turn to look around the building, and this other Titan had come around and killed it already.
I see.
Like it moves fast, it's agile and everything. So yeah.
So basically, because I was playing this game called Dragon's Dogma or whatever,
right,
on the PS3, and you get to choose, your class and things like that, and you have, of course, this big warrior, axe, sword, and things like that, and you also get to choose a dwarf. You also get to choose a mage, and you basically do like magic and things like that. Then you also get to choose kind of like what you were just describing right now, where he has kind of looks like Legolas. He has 2 dual swords, bow and arrow, moves quick, moves fast, and things like that.
Right.
So
yeah, I mean,
a pretty good character.
They got me interested, and what was really cool is on the, I think it was the first trailer.
Yeah.
Might have been the second. At the very end, they had a phone number that you could call. It's called Hammond Robotics. It's the people who are like quote unquote making the Titans for the end game. They're making the Titans, and you could call them. At the very end, they're like, talk to our associates about our open fire beta.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's thinking that there's a beta coming, and that's what I'm really hoping for because I will sign up for that beta. Because
it's an open beta or a closed beta?
I don't know. I don't know yet. No one knows. Like Jeff Keighley, the host of the show, asked him about, is there a beta coming? He's like, we don't know. We're thinking about it. So I hope they do because I want to try this game out before I buy it.
Test it out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I'm hoping I get a shot at it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. I mean, it looks fun. So who doesn't want to play with giant robots?
Yeah.
And people who got parkour with jetpacks. Jetpacks are always fun. Jetpacks are always fun.
Agree.
So I'm looking forward to Titanfall. I'm looking forward to a lot of games next year.
A lot of games.
Ubisoft is going to bankrupt me next year. I'm going to buy 5 games. I'm going to buy 5 games from Ubisoft next year.
Wow.
Yeah. 5 games. That's a lot.
So that's like 60 times 5, but in the plus tax.
Plus tax, so you're 64. I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Times 5. So whatever that equals out to.
Yeah.
I don't plan on doing math. I'm on Christmas break right now.
Me neither.
So, but they're taking a lot of money from me next year, and I'm gonna be one happy gamer.
At least it's not all at once.
That's true. I'm gonna start throwing out some pre-orders and start paying them off slowly.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to just belly up to it all at one time. Yeah. But I'm gonna be one happy gamer next year.
It's good. It's good.
And then we got E3 coming in June, which is always full of surprises. We're gonna be littered with videos. Me and you are on the channel. We're gonna be littered with the E3 videos.
And they're gonna be excited for that too.
We're all gonna. That's just one. That's
Yeah.
an exciting period of time for all of us with gaming. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
It's good for the gaming community right now.
Oh, yeah.
Except for that, I don't
Mess of a
wanna
sh- mess of a
it.
show.
Yeah.
Hopefully they fix that for next year.
Hopefully they do.
I hope they fix that.
You know.
I really do. So that about wraps up the main portion of the show. We want to sit back and discuss things for the future of this channel.
Yeah.
Obviously, the year's wrapping up. I'm gonna be gone for about a week and a half to Orlando for Christmas. So when we come back, obviously we're gonna do more videos. Me and my friends who did the video that's about to go up, thought of the idea of maybe doing a year recap video. Just go through the big things that happened this year, like events, music, sporting events, stuff like that that happened this year. The biggest things that happened this year. Obviously, YouTube does the Rewind 2013, and it covers that. But I want to go more in depth with it. I think that'd be cool. Maybe sit down, me, you, and my friend sit down maybe one day and just do like a big roundtable discussion about it. See what that does. Me and you've also touched on this topic of maybe doing a duo of smaller videos.
Yeah.
About just talking sports or just talking video games or just talking album reviews, stuff like that. So what do you think about maybe shooting for that after the new year? Or what do you think? What do you think? What are we looking at for 2014 with this channel?
That could be our New Year's resolution, for this channel. We do it, in 2014, where where you're gonna have, for our viewers, they're gonna, instead of waiting for our big videos, they're gonna have more content of of course you're gonna have fans specifically just on sports, and things like that. So I think it'll be pretty good,
right? I'm looking forward to. I want more content out for them.
Yeah,
because the more content we put out there, the more people we have coming to the channel. The more everyone gets to communicate with everybody. Because I want this to almost grow into a community.
Yeah,
I want y'all to influence us to what you want to talk about. Do you want us to talk more about sports? Do you want us to talk more about entertainment? Do you want to do whatever? Do you want us to stop talking about certain things?
Yeah.
Do you want us to pick up
just
something
give us
else?
Feedback.
Yeah, I want it to grow. I want the Twitter to grow more. Me and him tweet about as much as we can on there. We balance between that and our private accounts. We tweet more on our private accounts, but we tweet about there as much as we can. We just did an unboxing video for your new Christmas present.
Yeah.
We're going to throw my unboxing up there from the Xbox One. So we're getting content out as fast as we can. I'm hoping to get a better camera for my computer because my camera is crap. Like, it is laggy as all it can be. So I'm hoping probably to be looking at getting a webcam that shoots better video quality soon. So my solo videos and everything else, my content will be better. Overall, I think we got a big 2014 in store. We're thinking about doing bigger things with bringing people in, doing some guest appearances and stuff.
So look out for that.
Yeah, I kind of scraped that surface this week with doing that, and I think it ended up pretty well. It went as smoothly as I guess it can be.
Yeah.
I hope y'all like it. That was the whole thing. Like I told him at the end of it, like your attendance on the channel is influenced by how well the video does.
Yeah.
Like if the video does well, you get to come back. If it doesn't, you're done. You're out of here. It's plain and simple.
It's just how it is.
Obviously, me and him are the two hosts of the channel.
Yeah.
That's how it's probably gonna stay. But if he does well, maybe in the future give him more leash, I guess, more leeway.
Yeah.
If we want, we'll just have to see how it goes. We're fairly new still at this. I want to hear people. We only have 7 subscribers or however many we have now. Like I think we're still under 10, but we're growing. We're getting there. So, we'll set a New Year's resolution for what we wanted the channel to do. We'll see how it goes.
Yep, we'll see how it goes.
It's been pretty good for this is going to be 5, and we're going to have what looks like 7, maybe 8 videos up.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, so we're going to have the 2 that we have planned, and then I have another one that we need to upload, and then looks like we're maybe going to have maybe 1 or 2 more by the end of the year to do.
So around 8, 9,
Yeah,
around there.
around there, and then we'll see how it goes. I mean, for those of you watching, it's been fun so far.
Yeah, and sorry for the kind of like the disappearance because it was, finals.
We had finals,
Yeah,
I just got back Friday, and I didn't really do much.
Yeah.
Like, we just didn't feel like doing anything. So
But we're back.
we are back. We are back now, and so hopefully we bring more content. Like I said, I'm gone for a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna do videos.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if I can. It's gonna be a little bit tougher for me to get access to do videos over this next week, but if I can, I'll get stuff out. If not, that means you gotta hold the weight on this. But we are gonna experiment with editing.
Yeah.
Editing. You're gonna go a little bit out there now with editing. You've got some. The intros have been really nice. I must applaud you for the intros to the video. I've heard nothing but positive things about the intro, so keep that up. Let us know what you think. We're gonna start doing stuff, annotations. Got any shout outs for anyone today?
Honestly, not really.
No?
I don't.
Alright, I got one. Go check out Brandon Pettion. We're gonna link his YouTube right here.
Mm-hmm.
He does covers of music from anywhere from country to alternative rock. It's been my friend for a while now, so I promise I'd give him a shout out. Hopefully he'll give us the gratitude of
Shout out.
shouting us out back. So
Check him out.
check him out. He'll throw the annotation in there. We'll probably throw his Twitter in there for people to go follow him or whatever. But yeah, go check him out. Music, as always, go check out our artists. As we've said in the past, check out our teams. Check out everything else.
And that's it.
Follow the cast. Follow host, capital H, host, capital TCH.
It's gonna be in the
It'll
here.
be in the description.
Yeah.
I'll throw it in the description. Whatever we got to do for it. It's a long one, but
Yeah.
follow us. As that grows, we'll tweet more. You guys will have communication better with that. We'll start when comments start rolling in. We'll start answering questions in the comment section. But as of right now, we still haven't had a comment on one of our
So more
videos.
feedbacks, more comments.
Feedbacks, yes. And yeah, watch all the previous videos.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the new ones coming up by the end of the week, more than likely. However long it takes him to edit.
Mm.
He's been really good about editing.
Yeah.
So we're getting faster with posting them. So hopefully we'll have all 4 videos, I guess, by the end of the week.
Yeah.
If you can. I don't want to pressure you into anything, but by the end of the week, all 4 videos hopefully will be up, and probably have 2 more by the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's what the hope is. So once again, I'm Justin Dalton.
Nathan Inario.
This has been the Casting Hour, episode 3.
3.
Peace.
All right.